Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast that I like to call Be More Truthful, the relationship podcast that bridges the gap between men and women through conversation and understanding. And I'm your host, Cornbread Capone, and sitting with me tonight is the beautiful Miss Essence. How are you doing?
I am doing good, can't complain. You know how I go down every time I get up in it. It's a vibe, it's up. I feel good.
Now, relationships, such a slippery slope in 2023 for a lot of reasons.
Thanks.
How do you feel about relationships in 2023?
It's the pros and the cons, like anything, everything got its pros and cons because the whole social media wave right now got everybody living up to a standard they really ain't living. And then as well, they got the people that's really, locking in their relationships, building solid families and, building generational wealth. They got some, goods and bads out there.
In your honest opinion, what messed up the dating pool? Or, better yet, who messed up the dating pool?
Well, I don't know who messed up. I can't put a blame on a person, but I would say social media played a huge role in ruining relationships.
I can agree with that because I've seen social media. You know what? It's funny. Certain people can have a relationship and flaunt that relationship on social media with no problems, or at least no problems that I can see. I don't know what they deal with when they go home. For all I know, they could be.
Yeah.
But then I've seen social media destroy relationships, marriages, friendships, families.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
I'm like,
man,
and I'm looking at all this and I'm saying, man, like, to be honest with you, I'm going to be totally honest. I don't showcase my relationships on social media. And the reason why is because the relationship tends to last longer because I don't showcase it. I don't broadcast it.
And I can believe it. I can believe it. The only reason why I feel like social media really messed up relationships, because you think about it like this. When your man left the house, your man only seen so many bitches. And this is before social media. Your man only seen the bitches he seen at the store, at his job, people he see at, and pass by in their car riding. Your competition is really slim to none. You only gonna have your 4 or 5 people that you might think your man is possibly with. Versus on social media, you have full access to so many people, men, women. It's like, it's so much out there and it's nothing for everybody to say, book a flight to go see this person or be whatever. So I feel like now, instead of being a woman, in that relationship, not only are you just competing with everybody he might see at his job and on the way home and at the store, you compete with every girl that's on social media as well that he possibly could shoot a shot to and get some playback from.
How in the hell does that feel? Because it's one thing to have competition with 4 or 5 people that could possibly be jump offs. Yeah. And then versus social media, which can be every and anybody at the click of a button.
Because you think about it like this, you might say, your girl, right? Your girl look good. She cook good. She got style and personality, and she loves me, right? Now, the thing about it is, you might think just in your area, like, you're not going to find nothing like that, like me, you feel me? But then you get on social media, right? And then you see this chick, she looks good. She's a business owner. She cooks, and your man be liking her pictures. He like her. You feel me? In all actuality, like that can be something that deters in a relationship. And that's why I say social media can like really ruin it and especially too, if you do put your relationship on camera, on scene, people think, in all actuality, oh my God, he must be a really good guy. If she slips up, that can be my man. Or this guy got this bad chick, she's doing all of this stuff or whatever. As soon as a next man might be waiting for you to get caught slipping so he can swoop in on your blessing.
And you see why relationships don't last on social media. I hope that people out there are watching, listening, paying attention, maybe even jotting a few things down. I wouldn't even be upset with you about that.
Facts.
I'm just being honest because we about to get real. Now, social media is social media.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's take a step outside of social media.
Mm-hmm.
What does the average woman today value?
In a man, as far as being in a relationship with them.
Right.
I would say she wants somebody that is a protector. That if something went down, you know, my man got my back. Somebody breaking in our house, my man getting up to go check, you know, what's going on. A protector. And not only just a protector, also to a provider, somebody that can make you feel secure. Right now in this day and age, you know, women are very in a bag, trying to be activists, stand on their own 2 feet. You feel me? But it always is it's a huge pro when you know even when you fall down on your ass, your man got your back. He can be able to provide and protect you when in need. And then I gotta actually have some personality. Who are you? Like, what type of man? You can't just be stone cold all day. You know what I'm saying? What are giggles at? What are laughs at? What you like to do? What's fun for you? You know, so I feel like a guy that has those things, a person with a personality, provide and protect, he got the 3 Ps. I feel like, you know, that's any woman's ideal goal.
Any woman's ideal goal?
I feel like if he don't have those 3 things, then she don't really want him.
Oh, I think you might have misinterpreted the question because I was asking, what do women value?
That's what women value.
I've heard women list their values and none of that was in it.
What have you heard?
I've heard.
Hold on. So allegedly.
No, I'm not saying allegedly. I'm telling you what I have heard with my own ears.
So what they be saying?
I've heard a woman say he needs to be 6 feet.
Oh my gosh.
He needs to have 6 figures and he needs to have a 6-pack. I've heard women say he needs to make $100,000 a year.
Wow.
$200,000 a year. Lo and behold, I've even heard women say $500,000 a year.
But then, then you ask them how much money did the nigga you was with last? How much money did he make last time? That's what I would have asked. That's what I would have asked.
And you're probably gonna get the same answer as, what do you bring to the table?
Well, as far as a woman?
Solid. No, if you ask that woman who has those qualifications or those values.
See, that's the thing. That's one thing about that statement. When a man asks a woman, what do she bring to the table? Right? She is the table. She makes sure everything in life goes smooth for you, for her family. That is already that's a full-time job.
I don't believe that.
If I'm bringing anything to the table,
if you're not in a position,
I'm bringing another man to the table.
If you're not in a position to make 6 figures, you can't ask for a man making 6 figures.
Exactly, but that's different. That's what she said.
So I'm not thinking that she's a table either.
I look at it like this.
I'm not looking at it like that.
Most men don't make 6 figures. Most men don't make that. Even if that man was making $36 an hour at his job, and people might say that is considered a good job, that's not even $100,000 a year.
And guess what?
You feel me? So
there are women in the world who saying that they don't want to date men who drive buses. There are women in the world who saying that if you have a regular job, no, I don't want to date you. I want to date drug dealers and scammers.
I can't speak for them, but I can speak for myself. If my man, I don't care what my man do. He could be the McDonald's flipper, he's flipping them fries. He can be the trash can man, the water man, the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, or he a struggling artist trying to do exactly what his goals are. It don't matter what my man doing as long as he's doing something. And I can support him 110% if he believes in himself and taking his drive and his goals to the next level. And when I say that, if you the trash can man and you on your route And every day, you know, your time is up right when you get to this certain point or this certain number or whatever on the street. Now, if you're pushing yourself to go faster so you can be able to hit more than you did yesterday, then that's a pro for me. If you that I can see that, you know, if you work at McDonald's and you making them burgers, I don't care every shift. If you want to make sure all your burgers, you don't got no burgers being called back. It ain't no error. It goes that you just being the best version of yourself. That's what I want. I'm not gonna say you gotta be. I don't give a fuck if a nigga 6 feet tall. Cause a nigga be 6 feet tall, but brain cells is dead. No motion, no drive, no ambition. What I'm with you for? You ain't making me better. I'm not making you better than what we doing. You know what I'm saying? I can't just judge off how tall you are if you got a 6-pack or cause I that ain't my style. I can speak for me. Now I can get any man I want. Any man gonna choose me. Big niggas, small niggas, tall niggas, short niggas. However the shit work out, you just get to choose what you want and whatever you decide you want to deal with. And I would never like make it seem like a person gotta have this certain amount of money because at the end of the day, just because I make my own money, as long as you got motion and you can provide and protect if I need you and I can lean on you, you got my back, we straight. I don't want it to ever be that, baby, I ain't got it when I need you. Because most of the time I don't need you. I'm working hard, I'm handling mine for me. But if I lean on you and I need your help with this or that, it's your job as my man. It's your job as my man to make sure I'm good on the back end, even when I think I ain't good.
It's cool that you have a unique mindset.
But it ain't just me. It ain't just me.
But what I'm saying is the world outside of these doors is not thinking like that. Women are not thinking like that.
Women is thinking like that, and that's
Women
why they're
are not thinking
more.
like, and that's why
the expectations are higher. Because if you shoot for the stars, you land on the moon. Okay, yeah, I say I want a nigga that got 100,000, but if the nigga only makes 60, I still won. Like you shoot for the stars. I want to be with a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. Who wouldn't? But if I fall short and if I fall short and I give me 100,000, or if I fall short and get 80 or 60 or 40, whatever the motion is, I still won if the nigga love me like white on rice. I still won.
If love doesn't cost $1,
it doesn't, because love doesn't cost $1.
Other than bills, food, clothing, taking care of, children, we can't purchase love.
Facts.
We can't purchase trust, loyalty, honesty, all the things we want in life.
Yes.
So I've been trying to figure out, okay, and this has been going on for some years. It didn't just start today.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, what is the big fucking deal about money? Because money has lost its value. I don't know if people have realized it.
Yeah.
Money has lost value. But what people would do for money is damn near anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that ain't got nothing to do with relationships. That's just life.
That's just life.
Period.
That's just
you know
period,
what
right.
I'm saying? But I'm saying in terms of when you think about relationships, and money is a major factor. I mean, it was a factor years ago when I wasn't in the financial situation that I am in now, when I was doing bad.
Yeah.
And people say when you do bad, that's when you find out who your friends are.
Yeah.
But when you're doing bad, you also, like there's a meme that they share on social media that money attracts the woman you want, struggle attracts the woman you need, or something to that degree.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that's correct. But, and I said, what's funny is when I was struggling, I don't remember many that came with the umbrella like they have in that meme. But when you got it and you own and you riding around and you looking good, everybody want to be down there. Everybody want to be next to you at that moment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out, other than what we need money for, why is there a big push on money? because it just seems, you know.
I feel like that's something that's just been over time. And that goes way back when women, and when it came down to women in relationships, all they really wanted, they should teach you growing up. All you had to do was, build a believe that people back in the day, all they really had to do with those white picket fences, you wanted to just get you a good husband. He was going to, you took care, you had the kids, you take care of the kids, white picket fence, you go to your clubs, and that's your life. That's what that was, at least for them. But then even and when I say them, like, I'm gonna just say people that promoted relationships back then. But when I think about like our struggling black moms at the time, a lot of people didn't have, that full-fledged relationship status, or if they did have it, that's what their routine was to do as well. So it's like, I feel like when the money came into it, you used to have to ask your husband for money. Your husband had all the power when it came to money because you never worked. So men always talk about right now in this age, 2023, and it's something that I always say, they want the traditional lifestyle. They say, I want a wife that's going to cook for me, clean for me, take care of the kids, do this and do that, right? But remember, that woman that was doing that, she didn't have no job. Her job was her family. And her man provided all the funds. Versus now, it's like, okay, well, she got a job. She doing this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Like, a man and he still wants you to, like, then you asking me what I'm bringing to the table after I still can make my own money and do all of that. Like, so when the money comes into play, it's not necessarily you got to break bread to spend time with me. It's about knowing that if you had to break bread, you was going to spend it. If I need you, or can you perform? Because at the end of the day, they got another nigga that do got the funds. When you say your nigga don't got it, you know what I'm saying? And they got a lot of, because I've been in a relationship before where I was with somebody and they did not have the funds and I had the funds. And just because I loved you wasn't about the money. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about, because when you down, I'm with you, and when you up, I'm with you. You feel me? I looked at it like, okay, right now it's my job to step up for our relationship. But then, okay, cool. But how long are you gonna be down? How long? That's the thing. Like, and I'm just at you, Cornbread. If you was there, like you just said just a while ago, you were down. There was a point where you were down. If you was in a relationship, how long would you want your woman to stay down with you while you're down? Because you only got a son, correct?
What?
You only have a son, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So, but if you look at it, if you had a daughter, would you want your daughter to stay in a situation where her man couldn't provide and protect her? Protect her from keeping the lights off. Protect her from making sure she ain't going hungry. He got food in her house, making sure she eat. His family.
Or providing and protecting, two different things. So we're gonna keep it talking on the money because that's what
that's to provide, yeah.
But I look at life different. I don't look at life the way everybody else does.
How you look
for one, okay. I don't look at money as my, Lord and Savior. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen money do good for people, and I've seen money do bad for people.
Yeah.
And I've seen people who never had it and how they act when they get it. And, and I've also seen people manage money very well and do good for themselves.
Uh-huh.
So I've seen both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a trickery behind that dollar. It's some fuckery behind that dollar. It's, depending on what business you in, it's blood on them dollars.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things tied to those dollars. The OnlyFans girls. Yeah, it's money. It's things tied to that money. Now, everybody in this life is not going to feel like how I feel about it. They don't care. Most people want the money. They're going to get and whatever it takes to get it, they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what separates me from most, because it's not going to be because of money. You know what I'm saying? I have a little more principle to myself that doesn't have a dollar value on it. And I apply that method within relationships because, like I said earlier, love don't cost $1.
Yeah, a dime.
Yeah, but you got women who put a price on themselves every day. And then when I call it prostitution, they get upset. And I say, well, we got to be real.
No,
here.
but men do the same thing. Men feel like if I got money, I can have any bitch I want. And that's dumb.
I've been around men
like
with
that
that
mentality.
mindset.
Like, so it's like it goes to, you can't say like, oh, women. Men is flaunting their money around to get pussy. Niggas think in their mind that if I got money, I can fuck any girl in here. And nigga, really, you can't just because you got money. You just a dumbass nigga that we don't want to fuck with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. But men do that. That's why it's not far fetched. Like, okay, well, you might want to fuck the nigga anyway, but he got to give you some money. Well, you already know. And I'm a real woman. I'm about to tell you some real facts. A woman know instantly from seeing you if she want to fuck. It don't take her 3 minutes. She'll say, I'm gonna fuck that nigga. She already know, regardless if she ain't even say nothing yet. A woman already knows. So when a nigga, now it's okay. You already know you gonna fuck him. How much money you gonna get out the deal? You feel me? Like, not in all actuality, even if it's not even a transaction hand over fist, full blown prostitution. Because even like this, your mama, right? When your mama used to cook that food and the niggas in that, well, I'm just saying that, I'm just using people as an example. You got your daddy in there, he been working hard all day. Your mama knew if she cooked this food, had the clothes ready, had this, when her man came home, she could ask him for anything. He gonna say yes and give her the money. That shit been happening before it was even a chance to happen. So now that you can even get a nigga to give you some money, you ain't gotta do nothing for it. It's a win-win. And I'm just speaking the truth.
It happens. I mean, I might not like it. It might make me cringe, but to the next person, this is their life, and this is how they operate, and this is how they get down on a daily basis. And we got to talk about this because this is out there.
Yeah.
This is when you walk out the door and you go somewhere, you're going to be faced with what we're talking about, or you're going to see what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's on you to decide if you want to play the game or if you want to sit back and watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's happening left and right. Like, you know, even your man back hurt, you rub your man back. You can rub your man back. You talking to him, listening to his stories and shit, listening to his bullshit ass day, talking about what happened and shit. Even though you know you don't give a fuck, but you gonna sit there and you go, yeah, I want whatever. You feel me? And then at the end of it all, you feel me? It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but next week it's gonna be something you need, and you already know what you need. As a woman, she already knew what she needed last week, but she just prepped it. And these are people that's in relationships. This is their husband. This is their man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how women think, though. It's like, you know, I can't help that, but at the end of the day, if you a provider, you're going to provide.
I want to talk about, is there a do's and don't list as far as sex is concerned, from your opinion?
Well, I don't. Okay, listen, y'all. I know we've been topping it up, and y'all been getting to know me, and we ain't never talked about sex. Okay, so I'm gonna do a disclaimer before I just go ahead and act. I don't believe nothing is off limits during sex.
Are you serious?
I don't believe nothing is off limits. If I'm with my man, and me and my man is being me and my man, and you feel me, we in it, we thugging, we enjoying ourselves, and we having a good time. I don't feel like I should be like, you know what I'm saying? Now they got some things that I feel like I'm not down for, but am I willing to do for my man? I am. And that's just how I'm coming. You feel me? I feel like, it's sex.
That's interesting because I'm what you classify as normal. I'm gonna do normal shit that gets the normal results, that gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because that's what matters. That's the whole reason y'all
so what's
got
off limits? What's
off limits to me?
Yes, what's off limits for you?
Woo! Let's start with real men don't eat ass because thrash in the mouth has never been cool.
Wow.
I'm gonna start there because people let other people. It's funny because this has been going on since pornography has been introduced into the world. Mm-hmm. They was doing this in flicks years ago, but nobody said nothing. But now, because you have A few people who advocate the action. So now the people who listen to the advocate of that action now believe, oh, it's cool. Well, I could do that. Well, that's fine.
Well, it's okay. I can only say if you never had your ass ate before, I would believe a girl tell me like, oh, I don't like my ass being ate, right? And I'm like, well, have you ever had your ass ate before? And she say no. I'm like, well, bitch, you don't even know what it feel like. How you gonna say you don't know what your ass being ate feel like? But for somebody that did experience it before, and it might not be their cup of tea, or they might not be their thing, and that's cool. But I know for me, I'm not fucking no nigga that's not eating my ass. What the fuck? We grown. The fuck is we doing? Like, I want you eat me up. So let me out. Like, what are we doing? But that's just like I said, that's just my opinion on it. But I feel like, come on now, we grown. This your body, devour it. It shouldn't be no piece of my body that you ain't touched. I believe it.
Well, I come with a disclaimer. Don't touch mine, I won't touch yours. And we will have a happy day. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I've said that in the past. And it has only been met with applause and admiration. So, I mean, now everybody has a choice. I'm not saying you have to do this. Okay. You have to live this way.
Okay, so how do you feel about this? So do you feel like a woman should give you oral sex?
I feel like that's a part of sex.
So if a woman didn't give you oral sex, you would be okay with it? If she was like,
absolutely not. It's
why
a part
not?
of sex.
Why is that
it's a part of sex.
How is that a part of sex? If that's something that she just don't like to do.
Oral sex is a part of sex. If she doesn't like that,
anal sex.
Because I have had women in the past who said I don't give head, and guess what? So our conversation stopped right there.
Okay, so have you ever had anal sex?
No.
So isn't that a part of sex? It's still sex, like you just said.
It's a part of sex, but it's the suspect side.
Okay, so if a lady, so if you having sex and she say put it in there, you gonna say no?
Yes, that has happened to me before too. And I had to say, who you think you're talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, hell to the no, to the no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
We don't know. That's what, I feel like vagina was made for penis. And there it is. There you have it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's giving birth out of their ass.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So
hold on, but do you feel like that because it's the stigma of being gay?
That plays a role in part of it, because I've heard women say, if you like a woman's a-hole, then what's the difference than if you have a man's?
Yeah, because y'all both tooted up from the back. It looked the same. You feel me?
And that's that's another subject of contention, because we're talking about relationships, but we're still living in a world where in 2023, people are still afraid to be whoever they are.
Yeah.
And that presents a problem, because you still have people who come out in the world and act as if they are straight, but actions and evidence can prove otherwise.
Yeah.
And then you say, well, why is this person over here talking to this girl, contaminating good? You know what? When really he liked boys. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that guys that like guys go like the guys. You feel me?
Right.
Let us be. Let us make it. You're not into us anyway. Go do your thing. And I would rather, me personally, I would rather a guy, I prefer if you gay, come out. Open up, be yourself. I would rather you just be yourself and do your thing. I know you ain't gonna be the man for me. You feel me? But you still might be a good person. You still might be my partner just because you take dick. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but yeah, just because you do your own thing, you know what I mean? I gotta not be cool with you no more or something like that. But I got a question for you. How about this? How do you feel about poly relationships?
Poly relationship, that's a big subject of conversation now. And you know what's funny? I can remember a man asking this question maybe 8, 9 years ago, and women blew up and got upset with him. If you're comfortable with it, have at it. In my life,
Do you think that you could do it?
it'll never work because every woman that I deal with, does not like to share. So it will never fucking happen. And I don't even ask. I'm not even worried about it.
I just know they ain't sharing.
They not sharing. So I was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't even ask. It's not even something on my to-do list anymore. So, but I watch people who do it. Some people are having success with it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like if that's how you want to live your life, hey, we all have choices to make as adults on how we want to live, how we want to move, what type of relationships we choose to be involved in. Hey, and poly works for some people,
Right.
Because some people like to be free with themselves and free with their bodies. So, hey, you can't tell them they can't do it because that's another subject of contention too. What do you think about? I've heard women say this.
Mm-hmm.
They say, you ask them, do you cook or do you clean, and they'll relate that to slavery, like outright, like in the last couple of years.
I don't know. I can't speak for them, but I can speak for me. I feel like I cook, I clean, I fuck, I shut up. Like shit, like what the fuck? Like I'm not about to be. Listen, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. I feel like when you come home, if your man work hard all day, it don't matter what your man do. If your man got his own motion, when he come home, his house should be clean and food should be prepared and the vibe should be set. You feel me? Like, and when it's time to fuck, it's time to fuck. Even if I don't want to fuck, I'm still gonna fuck. And that's just me though. But like I said, if this my man, like, cause it's gonna be times where I'm busy doing some shit. My nigga, I need that whole cleaned up. Like, damn, I had to do all this shit all day and I had to come here and it wasn't clean. You ain't been doing shit. Nigga, can you clean? Can you clean? Can you fucking shut up? Like, shit. Like, I feel like that's a two-way street. But how about this, though? How do you feel about 50-50? We got to break it down. You got to put your 50 in my 50. Yeah, we got to go half on the rent. We got to go half on this. Or you a person that's like, I'm a pay and you good? Or is it that, you paying and I'm good? Like, how?